Hi, welcome to chair yoga. In chair yoga, it's important to have a sturdy chair where you can sit with your sits bones rooted down, allowing your spine to lengthen up, where your feet meet the floor comfortably. Hopefully, your knees are coming to a place where your thighs are making a 90-degree angle with your torso, and then your calves are making the 90-degree angle with the thighs. You could always place your feet on blocks if you need to make your knees come up a little higher, or if you need to make the seat of the chair a little higher, you could take a pillow and place the pillow on the chair. So playing around a little bit before you get started to get comfortable in the chair, and then pushing the feet down into the floor. And if you have socks on, it's always a good idea to take the socks off so that you can make the connection with the floor. Push the feet down into the floor. Feel the muscles in the legs engaging. Lower the gaze, close the eyes. Give yourself a moment to tune into yourself. Notice what's going on for you right now. And then just bringing your attention to wherever it's going. Maybe it's going to the mind. Maybe there are thoughts. Maybe it's going someplace in the body where you're feeling some tightness or achiness. Just let your attention go wherever it wants to go. And then gently bring your attention to your breath. Feeling the breath as it moves in and feeling the breath as it moves out. Noticing where the breath is moving in your body right now. Then bring the attention to the tip of the nose. Feel the breath move in through the nose, the back of the throat, down into the lungs, filling the lungs completely full of air. And then gently letting the air back out the other direction, from the bottom of the lungs to the middle of the lungs, to the top of the lungs, to the back of the throat, and out through the nose. Enjoy about 3 more breaths. And pause, and once again, notice where your attention goes. Does it go to the same place as it did before you concentrated on your breathing? Do you feel the same as you did before you started paying attention to your breathing? Now imagine that there's a flashlight right on the top of your head, and you want to draw a circle on the ceiling. And slowly begin to rotate the top of the head around so that you can draw circles on the ceiling. And you can make those circles as big or as little as you want. Then pause and go the other direction. And then bring the head back to center. Pause. Bringing the ears over the shoulders and the shoulders over the hips. Pushing the feet down into the floor so that you have a nice connection with the floor. Moving forward in the chair so your back isn't resting. Bring one hand up. Spread it wide. Feel between each finger widening. And then you can bring it around in circles. You can keep it wide. You could make a little claw, or maybe you make a light fist, and then go the other way with the fist, with a claw, make it wide, and then bring it down to the side. Let it rest. Take a breath in and let it out. Then we'll do the same thing with the other hand, bringing it up. Spread the fingers nice and wide, feeling them stretch at the base, down at the webbing at the base of your fingers. And then make the claw and a fist. And go back to spreading wide and just make little circles one way and little circles the other way. And maybe you try it with the claw and then with the fist. And make sure you go both directions. And then let the hands come down to the sides. Take a breath in and let it out. Then we'll move down to the toes and we'll do the same thing with the toes. So we're going to spread the toes wide and scrunch them up. Spread them wide, scrunch them up. Spread them wide and let them go around in a circle. One way and then in the other way. And bring that foot back. Bring the toes up on the other foot. Spread them nice and wide. And let them relax. Spread the toes wide and let them relax. And again, then spread them wide and make them go around in circles. One way. And then have them go around in circles the other way. Nice job. Bring the foot back. Take a breath in and let it out. And we're going to do a little bit of cross thinking, get our brain engaged here. So lifting up the left hand, extend the right foot out. And I'm going to move back a little bit so you can see my foot a little bit better. So we're just going to point and flex the toes in the hands at first. And pause and go around in a circle. And just notice how it feels when you're doing the opposite hands and foot. And pause. Bring it back. Take a breath in and let it out. I'm going to switch to the other side. So left foot, toes come up. Right hand. And just make little circles. And go the other way. And then bring the foot back. Take a breath in and let it out. And bring your attention to the tip of your nose. And just let the nose rise up and lower down. And rise up and lower down. You can make this movement as big or as little as you want. Notice whether your head is sliding and gliding or whether it's creaking and cracking and popping, maybe getting stuck in places. Whatever it's doing is okay unless there's pain or you feel dizzy or nauseous. If that happens, don't do it. Pause as you bring your chin down towards your chest. And pause there for 2 breaths. See if you can imagine your spine growing towards the ceiling, making more space in the back of your neck. And inhale, lift the head back up. Draw the shoulders up and lower them back down. Inhale, lift the shoulders up and lower them down. And 2 more times. And pause for breath. Bring your hand over to your shoulder and bring the bottom hand around onto the rib cage just below the armpit. Giving yourself a little hug. And then look down at the hand on your shoulder. As you inhale, lengthen up, feel nice and tall. As you exhale, maybe twist a little bit towards that hand on your shoulder. And then inhale back through center. Exhale, twist. Inhale back through center. Exhale, twist. Inhale back through center and pause. Take a breath in and let it out. Lower the hands back down to your knees. Just notice, where does your attention go now? Then bring the other hand up to the shoulder. Place the other hand on the rib cage just below the armpit. Look down at the hand. Inhale, lengthen up. And then exhale, twist towards that hand. Just a little bit. Doesn't have to be much. Inhale back towards center. And then as you exhale, twist. Just a little bit of a movement as we're getting warmed up. Getting some movement through our spine. Inhale back through center and pause. Bring the hands down to the knees. Take a breath in and let it out. Place one hand so that it's holding on to the chair and bring the other one hand up as if you're going to wave at me. Then inhale, reach it up any amount. We're looking to get the stretch through the side. And then bring the arm back down. Inhale, reaching up. And exhale down. If you want, you could bring your head movement in. You could look up as the arm comes up and look down as the arm comes down. Making any movement that feels good in your body. And then bring the hand down. Hold on to the chair on the opposite side. Bring the hand up as if you're going to wave. And then reach up and over. Inhaling, fill the ribs full of air. Exhaling, draw the arm back down. Beautiful. One more time. Bring the hand back down to the side. Take a breath in and let it out. Place the hands on the knees, and we'll do a bit of a cat-cow type of action. So you're drawing your spine towards the back of the chair as your head and shoulders round down. And then inhale, lengthen up, drawing the chest through between the shoulder blades. If you want, the head can lift up, reaching the chin up towards the ceiling. And then exhale, slowly rolling back down. Pause at the bottom. Inhaling back up. Seeing if you can feel each part of your spine moving as you go. Pause as you get to the top. And exhale, round back down. And inhale back up. And exhale down. And one more time. And come back to seated. Pause for a moment and just notice. Take a few breaths. Drawing the air all the way into the bottom of the lungs, filling up the bottom of the lungs and the belly, and then letting it all back out. Feel the sits bones rooting down into the chair as the spine lengthens up. And then think about that circle, not circle, flashlight on the top of your head again. Only this time, we're not just moving our head, we're going to be moving from the hips, making that circle, trying to keep the spine nice and tall and long, circling from the hips, keeping the feet nice and strong, planted in the floor to help keep us in our chair. And the belly engages to help engage all the muscles in our abdomen, helping to support the lower back. And then pause and go the other direction. And you can make this as big or as little as you want. If you wanted, you could even get the arms and the shoulders into it. And the next time you come upright, pause on a nice tall back. Take a breath in and let it out. And we'll come down onto our elbows. Extend the back so it's nice and long. The head's reaching towards the ceiling, kind of where the ceiling meets the wall. Let the shoulders settle down. Feel like you're making space in the spine, growing from your hips all the way up to the top of your head. Take 2 long, slow breaths. And place the hands on the knees and slowly rise back up. Take a breath in and let it out. Inhale the arms up about shoulder height and draw them back so the chest is coming forward. And then bring the arms out in front, bring them together. You can bring the head down. So we're again finding that space in the chest as we open up, and then through the back as we bring the arms forward and the head comes down. Inhale, drawing the arms back, feeling the chest expand, and then exhaling, rounding forward, feeling the shoulder blades move apart on your back. We'll do this 2 more times with your breath. The next time you draw the arms back, pause. You could stay like this, or maybe you bring the hands down onto the back of the chair so you can bring the chest a little further forward, drawing the shoulders a little bit closer together on the back. Maybe lifting the chin, feeling the front of the neck lengthen up. Take 3 breaths. And gently come back to center. Take a breath in. Let it out. And come down on to the elbows. You can stay here, or you could come into a forward fold. Maybe you have a shoebox or a piece of furniture or some blocks, and you could rest your hands on them. Or if you're comfortable doing so, and sometimes it's nice to take the legs a little wider apart, you can bring the hands down to the floor. Take 3 long, slow breaths. And then walk the hands back up onto the knees, to the thighs. Gently rise back up and pause. Take a breath in and let it out. Let the hands come down to the sides. Hold on to the chair with your left hand, bringing your right hand up as if you're saying hi, reaching over, feeling the stretch through the side. Exhale the hand down and we'll switch it out. Say hi on the other side. Reach up and stretch. And exhale, bring it down. Bring the right hand across to the shoulder. And inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Inhale back through center. Bring the hand down. Bring the left hand across, twisting towards the right. Inhale back through center. Bring the hands down. Shine the heart forward, lifting up through the head. Take 3 breaths. As you inhale, coming back to center, bring the hands to the thighs, sitting up nice and tall. Take an inhale. As you exhale, coming into your forward fold, down onto the knees, or walking the hands down onto a prop or down to the floor. Take a breath in and let it out. One more time. Bring the hands back up to the knees. And take the feet a little bit wider apart. Leaning forward on the chair. Feet are pushing down into the floor. Belly is engaged. Spine's nice and long. And then lower one shoulder. And then inhale back through center. Exhale, lower the other shoulder. Inhale back through center. We'll do this 2 more times on each side. And as you come back through center, pause. Take a breath in. If you want, the arms can inhale up and you look up. Then exhale the hands down to the knees. You could come down onto the elbows, or again, you could bring the hands to a prop or down to the floor, coming into a wide-legged forward fold. Take a breath in and let it out. 2 more breaths. And then slowly make your way back up. Take a breath in and let it out. Bring the feet back towards each other. And let's get ourselves aligned in the chair with the feet pushing down into the floor, feeling the legs engage, drawing the belly in, spine nice and tall. And we're going to lift one arm up. You can bring it up into the wave, or you could bring it higher up, reaching towards the ceiling. And exhale it down. Inhale, reaching up. And exhaling down. And pause. And then on the same side, we're going to lift the leg and bring it back down. So maybe for you, this is just hovering above the floor, or you can bring it up higher. And then pause. And then we're going to do the arm and the leg together. So we're inhaling, lifting the arm and the leg, and exhaling, lowering. And again, the arm can go anywhere it wants to go, lifting and lowering with the leg. And then pause. Take a breath in and let it out. And check again with the way you're sitting. Spine nice and tall, sits bones sinking into the chair, feet pushing into the floor. And we'll move over to the other side. So this time the right arm rises by itself and lowers. Inhale, lift, and exhale, lower. And if it's more comfortable for your arm to go out to the side, it could go out to the side. Just allowing the arm some movement wherever it feels good this morning. Inhaling as you lift and exhaling as you lower. And then pause. Take a breath in and let it out. And then we'll lift and lower the other leg. Inhale, lift, and exhale, lower. And then pause. Take a breath. And then we'll put it all together. So we're going to inhale leg and arm together. And exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. And exhale, lower. Keep moving with your breath. And then pause. Take a breath in and let it out. Notice how you feel. Where is your attention going now? Pushing the feet into the floor, feeling the spine lengthening up towards the ceiling. This time we're going to go opposite leg and arm. So we'll lift up the left arm and the right foot and lower back down. And just notice how this feels compared to when we did the same side. And again, you can lift the leg and the arm as high or as low as you want. We're making our brain work. And 2 more times. And place the foot back on the floor. Take a breath in and let it out. And then another breath in and sigh it all out through the mouth. Then we'll set up for the other side. So pushing this foot that stays on the floor into the floor, so it's helping you stay in your chair, engaging the belly. Lift the left leg in the right hand and lower. Inhaling, lift and lower. And this other hand could be holding onto the chair, if that helps you support yourself. Remembering you want to lengthen up, soften down. Beautiful. And pause. Bring the hands back to the knees. Bring the ears over the shoulders over the hips. Close the eyes or let them rest on the floor. Take a few breaths. Notice the breathing. Is it getting faster, more rapid? Is it getting caught anywhere? Gently blink the eyes open again. We'll take the left leg out to the side, keeping the right leg forward. Inhale the arms out in front of you. They could stop at shoulder height or continue all the way up or anywhere in between. Feeling nice and tall. Breathe. Then exhale the hands down. Bring the hands to the knees, leaning forward with a long back. If you have osteoporosis or osteopenia or brittle bones in the spine, it's important to keep the nice long back. But if you don't, it's okay to come into the forward fold, letting the spine round. Again, you could use the props to let your hands rest on them. Excuse me. Take 3 breaths. And slowly rise back up. Take a breath in and let it out. Inhale, reach up. And then as you exhale, twist towards the other leg. And then exhale forward. Again, keeping the nice long spine. If this feels good and you want to stay here, that's fine. Or you could begin the journey down towards the floor. Take 3 breaths. And then push into the feet, slowly rise up, use the belly muscles. As you come up, slowly come back to center. Take a breath in and let it out. Inhale, reach up any amount. Maybe look up. Maybe the arms go slightly behind you so you're getting a little back bend. And then exhale to a nice long back. Take a breath in and let it out. And then maybe you go into a forward fold, allowing the back to round. the head to hang. Extend the toes nice and long. Push into the feet. Slowly rise up. Take a breath in and let it out. Inhale, the arms rise. Exhale, twist towards the other leg. Exhale, lengthen forward. Look down on the floor about 4 feet, 5 feet in front of you, so you can keep a nice long neck. And then exhale, come into a forward fold if that feels okay to you. And slowly bring the hands up to the knees. Rise back up as you inhale. Come back to center on your exhale and bring the leg back in front. Take a breath in and let it out. We'll take the other knee out to the side. Move your props if you have them and you want them. Facing the knee that's forward. Push the feet down into the floor. Engage the belly. Inhale the arms. Take a breath in and let it out. Exhale the hands down to the knees. Lengthen through the spine forward. Take a breath. Maybe choosing to stay here. Come into a little bit of a deeper forward bend. 3 breaths. Push into the feet. Bring the hands to the knees and rise back up as you inhale. Take a breath in. Let it out. Inhale, let the arms rise back up. Maybe bring them to like a goal pose. Then turn towards the other leg. Take a nice inhale, lengthen up. And exhale, forward, nice long back. Then maybe choosing to come into the forward fold. Take a breath in and let it out. Notice the feet. Are they still pushing into the floor? Notice where your sits bones are. Are they equally pushing into the chair? Then bring the hands to the knees. As you inhale, slowly rise back up. As you exhale, twist back towards center. Take a breath in and let it out. Inhale the arms up. Exhale to the knee. Long, straight back. Take a breath in and let it out. You can choose to stay here or come down onto the elbows or come down into a forward fold. Take 3 long, slow breaths. Fully bringing the hands to the knees, rise back up. Take a breath in and let it out. Inhale the arms up and turn towards the other leg. Exhale the hands down to the knees, lengthen. Take a breath in and let it out. And slowly come down into the forward fold if that's what you're choosing to do. Take 3 long, slow breaths. And slowly rise back up. Back towards center. Take a breath in and let it out. Bring the knee that's out to the side back to the front. Take a breath in. Let it out. And notice where your attention's going. Notice how you're sitting. Are your feet still pushing evenly into the floor? What about your sits bones? Do you feel like you're leaning more to one side or the other? How are your shoulders hanging off of your spine? Can you make any more length in the spine? Letting the top of the head push up towards the ceiling as the sits bones sink down into the chair. Take a breath in and let it out. Inhale, reach up nice and tall. Exhale, the arms down behind you. Lead with the heart. Maybe lift through the head. Take 3 breaths. Inhale back up to seated. And crisscross your hands. Cross, either holding onto your shoulders, or you could let the hands be lower down, depending on how your shoulders are feeling this morning. And then look down, letting the spine round. And then inhale, lift up, and bring the arms up. And exhaling back down, rounding down. And inhale, lift back up. And exhale down and pause. Notice which hand's on the bottom. Back up to the center. We're going to open up our arms and switch them out. Open up nice and wide. And then exhale, switch them the other way, holding onto the shoulders or lowering the arms down a little bit if there's any tension or pinching. As you exhale, rounding down. And inhale, lift up the elbows, maybe look up, and exhale down. In this practice, we're doing a lot of movement through the spine, getting our spine moving in different directions. And pause. Bring the hands back down to the knees and notice. We'll begin to move into a little bit of a relaxation. So you could lay down on the floor or sit in a comfortable chair, or maybe place a pillow behind your back. You can slide back in your chair, pushing the feet down into the floor, lengthening the spine up. At first, just notice, where is your body touching the surface beneath you? Where is your attention going? What is your own experience right now in this moment? Bring your attention down to your feet. Notice where they're touching the floor. Push the feet into the floor and scrunch up the toes. Hold them for about 5 seconds, and then as you exhale, let them go. And push in the heels. Feel the legs engage. And hold the tension in the muscles for about 5 seconds, but try to breathe normally. Then on an exhale, let the tension in the muscles go. And squeeze your glutes, tightening up your butt muscles. And then exhale, let them go. Let's do that again. Tighten up the muscles of the gluteus. And then let them go. And tighten the right butt muscle. And let it go. And tighten the left butt muscle. And let it go. And begin to inhale, filling up the belly. And then let all the air back out with a big sigh. Let's do that again, filling up the belly with air like you're blowing up a balloon. And then let it all back out. And one more time. When you think it's as full of air as you possibly could be, try to get a little more in. And then let it all out. When you think it's all out, see if you can squeeze out a little bit more. Draw the shoulders up towards the ears and then soften them down. And do it again. Finding that place where your shoulders can hang off your spine and be comfortable and relaxed without tension. Make fists with the palms nice and tight. And as you exhale, let them go. And tighten up the arms, draw them in towards the sides, make them nice and tight. And as you exhale, let them go. Bring the right side of your mouth towards your right ear. And let it go. Bring the left side of your mouth towards your left ear. And let it go. Tighten your eyes as tight as you can. As you let go with an exhale. Scrunch up your forehead. As you exhale, let it go. See if you can draw all the muscles of your face towards your nose. As you exhale, let it go. Notice the top of your head. Can you arrange your head on your neck and your shoulders so it feels a little bit more comfortable? Notice the back of the neck and the throat. Bring the attention back to the shoulders. Are they as comfortable as they can be, or is there something you can do to make them a little bit more comfortable? Relaxing the arms and the hands, the back, the front of the body, the hips. Relaxing the legs, the knees, the ankles, the feet, the toes. Letting your attention rest on your breath. Feeling the whole body expand as you inhale. Feeling the body be supported and grounded as you exhale. With each inhale, feeling nourished and energized. With each exhale, feeling comfortable and safe. You can stay like this for as long as you want. The stillness at the end of our practice is important. Gives our muscles a chance to understand what we were asking them to do. Gives the brain a chance to digest all the information. The brain and the muscles need to work together, along with our nervous system. So this stillness, this moment of pause, gives them a chance to figure out what we want from them. And when you're ready, slowly begin to wake yourself up, moving fingers and toes, ankles and wrists. Making slowly bigger movements as you feel ready to do so. You can let your hands rest on your knees Or maybe you place your hands on your heart, giving yourself a chance to feel the warmth of the hands, the energy moving into your body. Maybe you can feel the heartbeat. Take a nice breath in through the nose, blow it out through the mouth, and again. And one more time. And let the hands rest in the lap. Once again, notice, where does your attention go? What is your experience now? Has anything changed from the beginning of your yoga practice to the end? Thank you for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed your yoga practice. May you be well. May you be loved. May you find joy throughout your day and your days to come. Namaste.